So before Caitlin Clark, Iowa had their own superstar. They had another superstar, another best player in college, and her name was Megan Gustafson. And Megan Gustafson has been an alright WNBA player. She currently plays for the Aces, and she's been okay. But my God, today she was unbelievable. Before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to we've already hit 25.3. We're trying to 25.31k. 9 more subscribers. That's all we need to get to that. But she's playing for Spain. Even though, look, I hate, and I mean this, I hate the naturalized player rule in basketball. I don't care if a player has some link. For example, in Ireland, we wouldn't just naturalize a random player for no reason. But we have a guy named Neil. Our naturalized player is a guy named Neil Quinn. His dad's from Ireland. His brother is playing for is like 15 and playing for our national team. So it's like the whole family plays for Ireland, and it's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Like if Megan Gustafson had some link to Spain, it would be something. Like, for example, I don't know, I'm pretty sure if Kyrie played for Australia, he would be a naturalized player, or maybe. Like, Embiid's a naturalized player for America, but he's got no link. Wouldn't have liked him playing for France either. But she was ridiculous today. Like, I'm just putting it out there. The game, one of the best women's basketball games I've ever watched was the China versus Spain game. Equally as good for China was Lee Yuru. Like, this was, I think the Olympics basketball has actually been pretty solid. The women's, that was the first game of the women's, and as of right now, Serbia are beating Puerto Rico. As far as I'm aware, neither of those teams are good. I'm not going to be watching that game. But in the men's, there's been some good games. Like, the Canada game was good. Team USA were unbelievable today. Like, Serbia were very disappointing, but Team USA were also unbelievable. But the game of the tournament so far has, without question, been Spain versus China. If you guys were not watching it, it was mental. So down the stretch, you can see here, China were up early. China were up by quite a bit. And in the fourth quarter, China had the game won. In play-by-play, are we in overtime here? We're in overtime. So I just want to show the fourth quarter, what happened. So it's a tie it's a tie at the end of the fourth. But China were up by 5 points with 27 seconds to go and had a free throw to go up 6. Spain go and hit 2. They go 1 of 2 again. Oh, no, sorry. It wasn't. Sorry, no. Did they get an offensive rebound or a steal? I can't remember what happens. Or is it an and one? I'm getting confused. I watched the end of this game. But basically, what happened was, with 6 seconds to go, China are up 3 because they missed 1 of 2 free throws. And Spain calmed down, and Rodriguez and 1 4-point play, and then bricks the free throw. And China don't even attempt to go the full way down the floor, which is really weird. And yeah, they didn't even attempt to get a shot off. And in Spain went and won in overtime. But Lee Yuru, even in overtime, by the way, Lee Yuru, they're down big. They're down big in OT. Well, not down big, down 5. And 14 seconds to go, Lee Yuru on the break, bang. And then for some reason, down 3, they couldn't get a 3-point shot. They go for not even a quick 2. They just go for a 2 and then don't foul. It was crazy. Crazy way to end the game. The best player was Megan Gustafson. Megan Gustafson had 29 points, 8 boards, 4 steals, 2 blocks. It was ridiculous. Rodriguez is good. Gustafson played 40 minutes there. 0 of 2 from 3. She went 14 of 19 from the field. And again, I will say this when it comes to Megan Gustafson. She's one of those players that I'm I said it even before where I'm if you are smart and you are Lynn Dunn, you look to trade Demiris Dantas, or probably that's your best. For me, that would be the perfect trade to make, is because they're on almost identical salaries. Gustafson does not play much for the Aces, and she is one of the WNBA players that are closest to Caitlin Clark. And the way she plays, she's mobile. She's 6'3", she's mobile, she can shoot a little bit. She's she's aggressive. And again, 14 of 19 from the field, 8 boards, an assist, 4 steals, 2 blocks. And yeah, it's impressive. It is just incredibly impressive. And fair play to Gustafson, because she's somebody that has been kind of there or thereabouts when it comes to the WNBA. But like, this is obviously a huge stage. And if you're saying, oh, it's only China are good. Like, the China team is not a bad team. Obviously, Liaru was equally as good on the other side. Like, look, if China win that game, Liaru would have been you would be talking about Liaru. Like 1 of 1 from 3, 9 of 16. She's legit 6'7". I think she's a very solid player. But again, the Chinese team, they're ranked second in the world for a reason. Like, they have players. Like, is Zhuhan... Was she played in the WNBA, didn't she? Am I right in saying that? Yeah, she played with the Liberty for years. So, she averaged 8.5 points a game 2 years ago for the Liberty. 6'9", in fairness. She's 6'9". But yeah, it's a really good China team. And Spain, who a lot of people have been kind of counting out Spain because they hadn't looked great in like pre-Olympic qualifiers or in the pre-Olympic games. But again, Rodriguez was great. Cazorla didn't do much. Pretty sure she's considered to be one of the better players on this team. But yeah, the team really is going to go where Megan Gustafson goes. But I'm sorry, Lynn Dunn, you're getting on the phone to Las Vegas and be like, look, we're going to make a trade. We are not going to use our second round pick this year because we got too many young players in. We don't need our second round pick. We're going to give you Demiris Dantas and our second round pick for Megan Gustafson. I don't think Vegas say no to that trade. I don't think Vegas would say no to that because, again, Vegas do need to fill out the rest of their roster with kind of cheap players. They're going to have to, again, re-sign Kelsey Plum this summer. So she probably becomes the highest paid player in the W after that deal. So you're now looking at a situation where it's like, okay, we can get Dantas next year on a not crazy price. She actually might fit into our system a bit because she can shoot a bit, she can spread the floor, she can play with Aja Wilson. And Megan Gustafson and Aja Wilson barely play with each other, which means Gustafson's barely playing. So if I'm Iowa, I'm straight up making that call. I'm making that call because you might be saying, oh, but like, what about her with Temi? They kind of play similarly enough. Man, they played together for London Lions. Temi Fagbenle and Megan Gustafson as your backup 4-5 is the best backup 4-5 in the entire W. So that would be something that I would do if I was Lynn Dunn. But obviously she's not going to do it.